Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Mars will move in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra on 13th of August and till 3rd of September, Mars will be in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. Now you have to understand that Uttara Phalguni is a nakshatra that has its approach on both Leo and Virgo. Out of the 4 padas or 4 quarters of this nakshatra, the first quarter is in Leo, but the remaining 3 quarters are in Virgo. So this nakshatra, which is ruled by Aryaman, one of the 12 Adityas, and this nakshatra which has the quality to establish bond, it has great power of diplomacy, it is a nakshatra of joy, comfort, and it is a nakshatra of marriage, making relations, building partnerships, building associations. And on a geopolitical level, it is more on political association, it is more on country to country diplomatic relationships. This is where you can establish lot of say trade routes. If you are a trader, you can have a good support from investors. So this nakshatra has lot to do with comfortable business. The only problem is that because it is represented by 2 legs of a bed or hammock, it means that it also has a kind of a laid back attitude in spite of it having the energy of the Sun and Mercury. But this is a very intelligent nakshatra. Jataka who are born in Uttara Phalguni as a nakshatra are very intelligent. One of the reason is that the energy that encompasses this nakshatra is of Sun and Mercury, and that too of the 5th and 6th house. But when Mars, which is a planet that is of power, which is of passion, energy, which is brute strength, a warrior planet, enters in this nakshatra from the Leo, when it is in the Leo zodiac sign, when it is in the first pada of Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra till 18th of August, from 13th till 18th of August, this Mars will be very pushy on you because of the power of the Sun. You also have to see that Sun will be crossing the Gandanta by that time. Not only that, on 13th of August, there will be a huge conjunction, in fact deep combustion of Venus with Sun, Venus which is retrograding in the sign of Cancer. So when Mars, which is in the Leo zodiac sign, goes in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra, Sun and Mercury fuses together. This can make your Martian energy so proactive about relationship that you might become desperate to act in certain situations. So you should not do that, first of all. The second thing is that you need to allow the Mars to reach the Virgo side of Uttara Phalguni, and that will be much more favorable. Let me tell you why. Because once Mars enters the Virgo side of Uttara Phalguni, Sun will be in the sign of Leo. And Sun, which is also the planetary lord of Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra, when it sits in Leo, when it sits in Magha Nakshatra, this gives a lot of power to all the Surya Nakshatras. And when Mars goes in the Virgo area, that means from 18th of August till 3rd of September, the 2nd, 3rd and 4th charana of this nakshatra will prove to be beneficial. Now, there is another school of thought that Mercury and Mars may not go together. I understand that. Mars will also be in the Kalpurusha's 6th house. So that puts Mars on a battlefield, that puts Mars on the edge. That means you will work hard, you will have to apply all your strategy, all your strength, and then the results will come. But this time it's not negative because of one simple fact. Number 1, when Mars will move out to Virgo, it will go out from the aspect of Shani, which is retrograding in the sign of Aquarius. Second, Sun will be in the 5th house, although 12th from Mars, but still in the 5th house from the Kalpurush. So you can understand that when Mars will be in the Virgo zodiac sign, it will be in a much more favorable position to act positively upon you. What are the precautions? You will have to be careful about your speech. You will have to be careful about the loans that you take. Any debate that you are getting involved into, it can be a personal debate, it can be a debate in relationship, or it can be an argument with your boss or with anybody. You will have to be mindful of the words that you speak, because Mars and Mercury can immediately backfire through communication. You also will see that there can be damages coming to your mobile phones, to your laptops, to the electronic devices if Mercury in your horoscope is negative. But overall, if I see, this is going to boost trade and commerce between different companies. This will cause mergers and alliances. This will also cause some brute acquisition of one company by the other. So you will see these things happening during this time. While Mars is in Uttara Phalguni in the Virgo side of this, you also have to see that Jupiter and Rahu will be in the sign of Aries, and Saturn will be in the 6th from this Mars. Jupiter and Rahu will be 8th from this Mars. I know I'm going a bit too technical, but try to understand the situation. So, but Mars is watching Pisces as a zodiac sign, and Pisces is in Pap Kartari. So Mars is not getting a lot of support. So it might also happen that certain actions that you take will not get support. You will have to walk alone, and that might make you feel agitated, anxious. But if you know that you are right, and if you know what you are going to do is going to cause good for everyone, and it is say legal and non-violent, and it's positive, it is constructive, then you should keep walking the path. There is a saying, right? Akla chalo re. That means walk. If nobody calls, if you call and nobody listens, keep walking, because you must have that belief, and that self-belief will develop when Mars will be in this nakshatra. When Mars is in Virgo in the Uttara Phalguni side and Sun is in Leo, you can understand it is going to increase that masculine energy a lot. And once that happens, this can help you execute your plans and put forward things in motion. This is also great for people who are stuck in court cases. They will get justice because a retrograde Saturn will aspect the Sun, and that will bring justice in your life. So you will see this overall picture of Mars coming in this nakshatra, and then the interaction of Sun, that is more important. One more thing, that when Mars will be in Uttara Phalguni, you will see that you will get a lot of connections, a lot of relations will be developed from foreign countries, from long distance relations. People who are involved in hotels, travels, tourism will get profit out of this, and people who are involved in hospitals, if you are into nursing, if you are into energy export and import, or something that is connected with pharmaceutical industry, medical industry, you will see great boost during this time. Let's quickly glance on each ascendant, how this nakshatra will look like. Aries. Now in case of Aries ascendant, this will be Mars in the 5th and 6th house. So this will be Mars that will allow you to establish a relationship and solve problems, win over battle and win over dispute. If you are into court case, this can be a good thing. This can help you get the justice and ensure victory over your enemies and negative forces. Also, this Mars being the lord of the 1st house and this Mars being the lord of your 8th house, when it is in Virgo, it will be causing a Vipareet Rajyog. So more the adverse situation, the powerful you will become and the stronger you will become. So it is an opportunity to prove your worth. This is good for people who are involved into business. This is good for people who are involved into construction. This is good for people who are involved into metals and energy sector. So you can be a problem solver. Engineers will benefit greatly out of this, and for students this can be slightly agitating time. This can be a time when you will have to put great efforts on your mind. Do that. This is going to increase positive energy for you. Taurus. In case of Taurus as ascendant, Mars will be in the Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra, and this is a time when this is going to make you rethink about your comfort zone. This is going to make you rethink about whom you want to establish relations with. This is going to make things better with a lot of people around you, especially in your close circle, and you will be the one who will be taking things in charge. And this will put you into a kind of a position where you will be appreciated for your hard work. But you will have to be protective and defensive about people around you, and therefore you may have to take matters in your own hand, and this will exhaust your energy to a certain extent. But this is if that is your prarabdha, then you should take it with full acceptance. Overall, this is going to improve relationship with your mother and children. but you will have to also control your anger. Expenses towards your house will increase. Gemini. Now for Gemini, Mars in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra will be moving in the 3rd and 4th house. So definitely this is going to give you gains related to real estate. This will establish better relations with your friends, with your family, with your brothers, and you might start a new venture with your brother, brother-in-law, or a close friend. Definitely this is a time when matters related to real estate can come up, and you might take a loan. You might, if you want to sell a old and stuck property, Uttara Phalguni might take you to certain the right venues, the right people, and that connection will work for you wonderfully, especially if you are into real estate or energy sector. So for you, this should be more about trying to figure out what is comfortable for you and trying to put your energy into converting your comfort into karma. That means not only you are taking a laid back, slightly laid back attitude in your career so that you are not pressurized or you're not under stress, but on the other hand, you're also being productive. So that is the right balance that you will have to establish. Cancer zodiac sign. For Cancer, Uttara Phalguni Mars will be in the 2nd and 3rd house. This is a really positive time for you because first of all, Mars will be ensuring resources for you. This will help you take initiatives. You will be much more influential in your communication, but be mindful, your brute strength and your Vani can also become rude and it can also become harsh. So you will have to be very defensive in your voice and in your actions, and you will have to work on your physical fitness. This will also improve relations with your brother and in your family, and this will also create a niche space for you in your career. Overall, this Mars transit will be really impactful, but you will be also pushed to take certain decisions related to your career. And if you are too lazy to take that decision, this Mars, especially in the Virgo side, will push you. So when you are feeling to do something, if there is a gut feeling, work on that. Leo. Mars in Uttara Phalguni will be on your ascendant, and then it will be in the 2nd house. And this is excellent time to build your personality. This is an excellent time to establish relationship, especially if you are in business or if you are into that public field. If you are an influencer, if your image is what your brand is, then this is going to be a great time for you. While Mars is in the 2nd house, this will also ensure that you take steps for your financial stability. You take steps for the stability and security of your family. So that means resources will be abundant and things will be available to you. Although Mars in the 2nd and Saturn in the 7th can be slightly challenging towards your health, so you will have to be careful about the food that you take. Control your calories and fast on Tuesday and chant Hanuman Chalisa. Virgo. For Virgo, Mars movement will be in the 12th house, and then Mars will move in your 1st house. So while Mars is in the 12th house, you will see that your expenses might increase, maybe because of a trip planned with your friends, or maybe you're going out and having a party, you're treating them. Control your expenses there. But when Mars will enter the 1st house, this is going to give you power. This is going to bring you in charge. This is going to give you all that strength, but also will increase your anger. This might create frustration because of things not going your way. So karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. That means keep doing the karma, but don't worry about the result. Follow the path of God and take the name of Krishna. If you chant Hare Ram, Hare Krishna every day, it will be great. This Mars can make you dominant. This Mars can have negative influence on marriage because Mars in the 1st house will directly impact the 7th house. So when you are taking matters in your own hand, ensure that your actions are not intimidating. Libra. Now in case of Libra as an ascendant, Mars will be moving from your 11th to 12th house in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. So this is great for people who want to move abroad, who want to study abroad, who want to establish foreign connections, who are working for multinational companies, who want to establish their business by joint ventures in a foreign country. If you want to establish a factory, or if you want to expand your business into different continents, export and import, all that will be given a great boost by this Mars. Remember, Mars is your business lord. So when your 7th lord goes in your 11th and in the 12th house in Uttara Phalguni, this will ensure all these activities. This can also ensure marriage if you are eligible for that as per your horoscope. Mars can take initiative. So you will be in your own zone and you will take initiative towards building your business. There will be a lot of investment and that will be more of an expense. So keep control on your operating cost if you are into business. For students, you need to work on your distractions, and for elderly, you need to have a great walk so that your health remains all right. Scorpio. Now in case of Scorpio, Mars rules your ascendant, and this Mars will be moving from 10th to 11th in Uttara Phalguni. It's a great time for your career. It's a great time to find new job, new opportunities, meet new people, and you will see that when you will put forward your worth, you will get the returns. But you will have to take initiatives. It's not going to happen automatically. Mars is a planet that takes initiative, that shows the will. So when you are giving an interview, you have to show that will, you have to show that extra energy and enthusiasm. You will be filled with energy. It will be giving you that adrenaline rush. But be very careful if you're going for an adventure or a trip, because this can cause some damage to your health. After all, Mars from the 11th, which means from the Virgo, will aspect the 6th house. This also means that you can cut down on your debts through your income. So this is going to give you a lot of financial gains. Sagittarius. Now in case of Sagittarius, Mars is a very important planet. It rules your 5th and 11th house, and this Mars will be moving from 9th and 10th. So this Uttara Phalguni connection of Mangal is going to be extremely positive for your career. You will get proper guidance. You will see that you will get a lot of help from mentors and people around you, and you will be appreciated for your hard work. Mars in Uttara Phalguni in the 10th can build powerful relation with powerful entities, powerful corporations and organizations. You will get favor from your boss, from your supervisor, but you will have to do that hard work. You will have to counter it with your own energy. This is going to consume a lot of energy. So eat right, be full of energy and rest well, because Mars may take away your good night's sleep. So you will have to rest well so that you are recharged. Work on rejuvenation and also a bit of relaxation. Capricorn. For Capricorn, Mars will be in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. Primarily, it will show positive results from the 9th house, while Mars is in the 8th, which means when Mars is in Leo zodiac sign, from 13th to 18th, you will have to be very protective about everything. You will have to be defensive, keep the business as usual. But when Mars goes in the 9th house, this will ensure trips and travels, especially related to your business. And this will also ensure that you are working for your comfort. See, for Capricorn, Mars is the 11th lord. So definitely this will establish relations that will change your fate, that will change your destiny. One event and things will improve. So you need to keep working hard, and that one event will happen to your life. You may not see now, but tomorrow when this will translate into a bigger life change, bigger changes, you will roll back, you will trace it back to this Mars in Uttara Phalguni. So respect every event that is happening in your life and consider it as a will of God, because this is a very positive transit, especially to improvise on your income, working on your communication, and also building powerful connections. Aquarius. For Aquarius, Mars is again a very important planet. It rules your 3rd house and it rules your 10th house. Now Mars, which is the planet of karma, will be in Uttara Phalguni, and it will be connecting from 7th to 8th house. Now this is where you will have to be careful about how you are communicating with your investors, how you're communicating with your life partner, because this Mars can make you very agitated. This Mars can make you very anxious, supercharged, but you might also not know where and how to put that energy, how to utilize all this enthusiasm and energy. You will have this feeling and emotion to work really hard, but there may be a kind of a blockage coming your way. Now remember, Saturn is retrograding on your 1st house, and the situation with your in-laws, the situation in your house, the situation with your spouse can be debilitating in nature, and that can pull you back. So chant Hanuman Chalisa every day and also read Bajrang Band. Pisces. For Pisces, Mars transit in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra will be good for building relations. It can cause marriages because Mars is going in the 7th house in this nakshatra. But the problem is that Mars do not favor marriage. Mars is more about victory. Mars is more about brute strength. Here you will have to go, Mars has to go against its nature and establish truce. It's like peacekeeping force. Like you have weapons, you are there, but you can't engage. You are just there to maintain peace, and only in certain conditions you will have to act. And that is exactly what you should do, especially if there are problems with your business partner or with your life partner. Only when you think you should speak up, and then you should speak up. Otherwise, try to control your anger and try to control your emotions. This Mars will have an aspect on the 10th house, and therefore this will make your career very much comfortable, and you will establish right contacts that will help you grow. You will get proper guidance, and especially if you are into business that is related to foreign services, that is related to engineering sector, that is related to energy sector, or even if you are an event planner, wedding planner, this will be a great transit for you. But you need to control your reaction to the triggers that happens in your life on a day-to-day basis.